Welcome back to our channel. Today we're exploring one of the world's most dramatic examples of how politics can split a people, North Korea and South Korea. These two nations share the same language, the same ancestors, and the same peninsula, yet they become polar opposites. One is among the world's most isolated countries, while the other became a global technological powerhouse. This is the story of how a single people became two completely different worlds. This video is part of our Nature's Rebellion series, exploring how the natural world challenges human assumptions about boundaries, ownership, and control, and is for educational purposes. Let's start with what unites these nations. Both countries share the Korean peninsula, roughly the size of Utah, surrounded by China, Russia, and Japan. They share identical geography, mountainous terrain, similar climate, and the same agricultural conditions. More importantly, they share 5,000 years of common heritage. Both speak Korean, though dialects have diverged. They share the same traditional cuisine, festivals like Chuseok, and cultural values rooted in Confucianism. Families were literally torn apart when the border was drawn. Brothers, sisters, parents separated by an arbitrary line. For millennia, Korea was one unified kingdom. The Joseon dynasty ruled for over 500 years, creating a rich cultural legacy both countries still claim today. Japanese occupation from 1910 to 1945 actually strengthened Korean unity as they fought together for independence. Both countries celebrate the same historical heroes, share the same creation myths, and honor the same ancestral traditions. The Korean writing system, Hangul, remains virtually identical in both countries. Even today, when North and South Koreans meet, they can communicate perfectly despite 70-plus years of separation. Everything changed after World War II. In 1945, the peninsula was artificially divided along the 38th parallel. Soviets controlling the north, Americans the south. What was meant to be temporary became permanent. The Korean War from 1950 to 1953 killed over 3 million people and cemented the division. North Korea, under Kim Il-sung, chose communist isolation and military-first politics. South Korea initially struggled under military dictatorships, but gradually embraced democracy and capitalism. Two different ideologies turned one people into two completely different societies. Today, the political landscapes of North and South Korea reflect two very different paths. North Korea operates under a centralized leadership system that has remained within the Kim family for 3 generations, currently led by Kim Jong-un. The government maintains strict control over media, movement, and political expression. In contrast, South Korea has evolved into a democratic society with regular elections, a free press, and active civic participation. Citizens engage in public discourse, protests, and have even seen presidential transitions through impeachment. These differences highlight how history, governance, and ideology have shaped two distinct national identities on the same peninsula. The economic divergence between North and South Korea is one of the most striking contrasts on the global stage. South Korea's transformation, often called a miracle on the Han River, turned a war-torn nation into the world's 11th largest economy. Homegrown giants like Samsung, LG, Hyundai, and Kia became household names worldwide, while Korean pop culture, from K-dramas to K-pop, captivated global audiences. Today, South Korea's GDP per capita hovers around $35,000, reflecting a high standard of living and robust innovation. North Korea, by contrast, pursued a path of self-reliance under the Jewish ideology. This model, emphasizing independence from foreign influence, has led to economic isolation, limited industrial growth, and recurring food shortages. Estimates place its GDP per capita near $1,300. While South Koreans enjoy modern infrastructure and global connectivity, many North Koreans face daily challenges in accessing basic necessities. Two nations, one heritage, yet vastly different outcomes shaped by ideology, policy, and global engagement. Socially, the Korean Peninsula tells two very different stories. South Korea has emerged as one of the most connected societies on Earth, with lightning-fast internet, advanced healthcare, and a highly educated population. Korean students consistently rank among the global top in math and science, and women are gaining visibility and rights in public life. It's a society shaped by innovation, ambition, and global engagement. North Korea, meanwhile, remains largely isolated from the digital world. Internet access is tightly restricted, and education centers on loyalty to the regime rather than independent thought. Cultural expression is limited, and daily life is shaped by state control. Yet both nations face their own challenges. South Korea grapples with intense work culture, low birth rates, and an aging population. North Korea continues to struggle with food insecurity and limited personal freedoms. One land, two realities, each shaped by history, ideology, and the choices of leadership. North and South Korea remind us that a shared heritage doesn't always lead to a shared future. One people, divided by history, chose two distinct paths, one opening to the world, the other turning inward. South Korea's journey reflects how democracy and global engagement can reshape a nation. North Korea's path reveals the enduring challenges of isolation and centralized control. Yet, beneath the division, hope persists. The dream of reunification still lives in hearts on both sides of the border. If that day ever comes, it could mark one of the most profound reconciliations in modern history, a moment when history bends toward healing. What are your thoughts on Korea's division and its future? Drop a comment below, and subscribe for more stories that explore how politics, culture, and history shape the world we live in.